4-inch size hail, Jim. It was wild out there, softball size hail.
And that means you're
the Tampa Bay area, which is just a beautiful one. Right there on the water. You can go over to Clearwater Beach. You can go down towards Sarasota. There are so many different places here along the Gulf Coast, and the Gulf is so much calmer than the Atlantic. It's like being on a lake relative to the Atlantic, where you just have those pounding waves all the time. Here we are going to see temperatures in the 80s and a lot of sunshine anywhere from northern Florida all the way down into southern Florida. I-10, we do have the threat for some severe weather and thunderstorms. That does include Pensacola, and I know there's a lot of spring break activities going on. And I tell you what, I remember like way back in the day, those wild spring breaks. How about MTV, the spring break parties that they used to have on the beach? That is definitely the years in the past. But now people still, of course, heading down to Florida to enjoy the warm temperatures and the warm waters as well. But be careful if you get in, because we do have that threat for rip current here along the East Coast. And you'll just see the waves pounding ashore here. And remember, even an Olympic swimmer cannot outswim a rip current. So if you're caught in one, you want to swim parallel to the coast, and then that's when you swim back in, because the rip is usually, they're pretty narrow typically, so keep that in mind, or yell and scream for help if you feel yourself getting pulled out. There's the threat for some showers into Gainesville tomorrow. That's because the system that we've been talking about is going to make its way through the entire state of Florida Saturday as we head into Sunday. And I know even into South Florida next week starts spring break for some of the schools down here, and so it looks like we'll at least start off our Monday with some nice weather. It's not a total washout with this system as it goes through Florida. We will see some clouds. We will see some showers. And though this is the dry season, we still are like extra dry. We really need the rain. And my old hometown there, West Palm Beach, we're over 6 inches below average on rainfall there. And so we need it. We'll get some, but Jim, we're not going to make up these deficits with this rain that's coming on through. We'll just help them out a little bit.
Yeah, just a little.
During that package, they had swings at the bar. They had big, thick ropes with people sitting on them. You could you're literally swinging while you're sitting at the bar instead of a bar stool.
Oh, I've seen a bar like that before.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds cool, though.
That was creative. Yeah, you're just everyone's kind of rocking back and forth in these swings that were hanging from the ceiling. All right, let's have a look here at Tampa. A little bit cloudy out there, but not too terrible to start off the day. Things will get a little more unsettled in the Tampa Bay area. TPA, if you're flying down to the airport, sunshine today. In the morning, a lot of times you have kind of those humid clouds that are out there, but we will see those give way to thunderstorms in places like Pensacola. Moving on over to spots like Panama City Beach, thunderstorms. That water temperature, listen, 69. I think that's cold for this time of year. And as a Floridian, as I was telling Jim earlier, we always knew who the snowbirds were, because in the wintertime, they were the ones not only at the beach, but in the actual water. No Floridian would dare go in the water when it was at that temperature. But we will see the rip current risk high here around Panama City Beach, the whole East Coast really seeing rip currents there. And yes, we have the threat for flooding because the rain, the system that we've been talking about, is going to get all the way through Florida. I don't think it'll be a complete washout of the entire week here, but a lot of South Florida schools go on spring break next